Commander. Welcome back to another episode of Art Survival Evolved. Today, what are we going to do today? Well, we are going to show you how to put that point on your boat. Most people probably don't know how to do this. A lot of people don't like to mess with it, and it can be very hard to do. I actually have a lot of trouble with it myself, so we're going to go ahead and put this point on the boat today, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and hopefully not get eaten by that Ravager behind me. So, let's get started. First thing you're going to need is several foundations. You're going to need to kind of determine, how many foundations you can carry first. That's the most important thing right now. I don't want to actually set that down because I'll forget about it otherwise. And are we still overweight? What are we overweight by? Well, this was supposed to not even be in my inventory anymore. Oh, we have thatched ceilings. We don't need those right now. Okay, can we move? Yeah, we can move. First thing you're going to want to do is you can leave the sail up if you'd like. You don't have to take it down. And we are using an extended raft for this because the reason why you can do this on that raft right there, but you're limited to a very close distance to the raft. This raft right here has a much longer distance that it can reach. So we're using this raft for the fact that it has a little more length to it. You're going to be limited to a couple ceiling foundations out. This one you're going to have a lot more. So again, just to make this point, this is better when it's on a modded server. This is absolutely better on a modded server. If you're not on a modded server, why the heck do you want to put a point on the front of your boat? It's for design cosmeticness, I guess, but I mean, there's no point if you're not on a unofficial server. All right, guys. So we have got the boat facing straight in front of me here. Oh, I thought I did. Apparently, I moved. So we're essentially trying to figure out where the center of the boat is. That's one of the first things you're going to want to do. You're also going to want to figure out where you want to put the foundations. You're going to want to go about halfway on each one of these. So about there, and I think I'm a little crooked still. So there we go. And now what we're going to do from here is we are going to, you can see the foundation is going to snap like that. Well, we definitely don't want that if I want to lower the foundations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some pillars real quickly. And all right, guys, so we have got some pillars. And you can see real shortly after I do this, by placing the pillar, we have created a new snap point. And you can see that it's lowered. So you can go ahead and do that. But here's the thing. You don't even have to do this. You can go ahead and do it this way. Although this way is much less suggested, but you could still do it just as well this way. You can see that pillar is slightly lower than this pillar. And if we did it again, unfortunately it's hard to see. Want to pick that up. See, this is like exactly why I don't suggest doing it this route, but you can see we're lower again. We're lower again, and we can keep lowering it down. But you'll notice if I were to attach a foundation to any of these, and actually I've gotten some pretty low snap points from the pillars themselves. I just wonder if I do that, and then let's say use the demo gun to pick it up. Will I lose the foundation? No, I did not lose the foundation. This is a lot more cost effective in a way. And look at that. I mean, it's like right above the deck, which is not a bad thing necessarily. It'll help protect the raft slightly. It's not going to protect against a lead sickness, but we're not protecting against a lead sickness. The reason why we're actually, this whole video is even a thing is because we're going to have a raft battle soon on Ark, and everybody needs to start building their own rafts. So if you are wanting to come join the server, definitely feel free to come and join the server and build a raft. We would love to have additional competition. The more of you all that join the competition in the raft battle, the more coins that I'm handing out, and the winner gets all the coins. So definitely should come and join and play the game with us a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and pitch out the pillars. We won't need those pillars anymore. We're done with the pillars. And we need to get back to shore, go grab some ceilings, and I'll show you the next step to get into that. We are back on the boat after crawling over here basically. And I do want to make one additional point real quickly. You do not have to do it this way. Like, people will tell you you have got to make it even. You got to start evenly. No, you don't. I've done it both ways, this way and also the other way. This way, the essential point is, and we'll do a short one for you here. We're going to take these thatch ceilings. Oop. Demo gun. I'll make a quick one here to show you how to put the point on the boat. And then we will go ahead and go to the three-point version, the 3 foundation version, which actually works. You just got to be really careful with it. All right, so there we go. We have got the boat kind of set up there. We're going to put a few more. All right, guys, so we have got some fence foundations here. Now we are at the point where I am going to show you how to put the point on this boat. What you're going to do is you're going to go find the center snap point right here, and you can see it kind of flickers. Unfortunately, Arc is not that good about this, and the Arc devs need to fix that. But we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to try and get one on the other side here. And you can see we've got 2 structures right here. Now what you're going to do next is you're going to take a fence foundation, and you can see I can kind of angle it and point it. And that's essentially what we're going for. And this is actually one of the easiest times this has ever done what I wanted it to do. So I gotta say, that was really cool that worked out. Next thing is that we have got to get this to go a little further. We can't just call it where it's at. So let's see if we can get this to snap. This is the hard part, actually, I think. I think this is the hard part, yeah. Alright, guys, so I have decided to do this a different way here, and we are going to go ahead and do it from the outside. So we're going to take those foundations here, and we're going to attach them right here. And why are we attaching them to the outside? Well, if you think about it, if you attach your foundations to the inside, you're going to have the issue with your foundations not wanting to line up on the outside. It would be better if they kind of crossed on the inside if they had to. So we're going to go ahead and do it this way if we can. Now, the problem is, unfortunately, it's also wanting to snap right to the foundation here. Now, S+ foundations are much better for this, although there is another solution if you have the option for S+, and that would just be use triangle foundations. But you can see we got that one to work, and this is going to put a nice little nose on the ship here. Alright, and we can't go any further, but what we can do is add more here. There we go. And one of the best tricks I have found is to spam the area with the thing that is blocking it. And you'll find that after you do that, you can kind of re-snap things together and everything will come together pretty well. Now right here is where we are going to have a little bit of a intersection here. You can see right here we have got the foundation crossing, and if we were to do this to the other side, oh, starting to scare me there. What you'll see is you've got this cross, so the nose will actually cross and you have a little point sticking out. So going from this angle does not help here, and unfortunately the other way kind of leaves some, I mean, you would have the overhang on the side just a little bit. I just happen to have an easier time getting it to go this way than I did going this way. And this is kind of the norm with trying to build with these fence foundations and everything. But we're going to go ahead and go to the third version. Or the odd version versus the even setup with the foundations here. Alright guys, so we have got our 3 pointed system going on here, and we are going to go ahead and we got a three wide structure, and we're going to go ahead and get this nose pointed, right? Okay. Well, we need more fence foundations, so we'll be right back. So we have got our fence foundations here, and let's put the crossbow. Okay, and let's see how this is going to work. We're definitely going to have to start from the outside on this one. I wish there was like a free form tool in this. They really needed to work on that just a little bit. We're going to start back here. And we're going to go ahead and... Come on. Come on. I know you want to. You did it right in the beginning. There it was. There we go. So one other method to doing this is to go ahead and just drop a foundation right there. Do that. You can see I was having problems, but here in a minute we're not going to have those problems. Do that. Alright, and we're going to start back here again. And that's not right. There we go. And we should just need... You can kind of see they don't line up. So obviously it's not a perfect system either. And we're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to just snap that guy there. We're actually going to go ahead and demolish this one right here. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this guy to snap. Oop, there it was. Alright. Now you can see there is just the slightest separation here. But we're not going to have to worry about that. And I promise you, this is going to work out really, really well. And putting these down has made a wonderful change to how to build. Now you could have done this on the 2 setup one, and I failed to remember how to do this, and so that was my fault. But you can see this all kind of lined up a little better by doing a 3 versus a 2. And it works the same with the 5. It seems like there's a certain line it kind of draws across. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead, and you don't even have to use demolish. You can use the demo gun if you have a demo gun. Although, again, if you have a demo gun, well, you should be thinking about several other things that you could be using as well. And we're going to go ahead and just strip everything. Alright, now look at that. Look at the pointed nose. It's supported by the foundation here and by the foundation here. This was so much easier than I've ever actually had this work. This has been a disaster in most cases. And, oh, no. I guess, oh, I can go right here, hide sail. And look at that. We got a nice pointed nose. Really nice and even. The scaffolding makes it look sturdy, and I think actually it might even be providing some of that support. I'm not sure. And this is just with regular arch structures. This is not with anything special, so if you're on an official server, you can do this. If you're also on a unofficial server that doesn't have S+, you can still do this. This is not something that you can't do. You can do this. But now we're on the next step. We need to go ahead. I mean, right now you see there's a little gap up there. I mean, it's going to leave if your walls are out there. Well, here's what we do. Now, I do want to point out this alternatively may be a little troublesome for you because all this is possible. All this is possible on the regular server. You can do this with a standard official server. This next part is the part that kind of questionable about the no clip. This right here, again, you can do this on an official server, and what you can do is determine which side the wall is going to be facing. We're going to try and keep the walls facing inward like that, as you can see. And what by doing that is going to do, by keeping them inward, your little thing in the center is no longer, it doesn't exist. You don't have that point that you thought maybe you might have. And you can see right there, I flipped a wall the other way by accident. We are going to pitch the foundations for now. I don't need this many walls either, so we're going to pitch that. And we're just going to go ahead, we're going to pick this guy back up, we'll demolish him. Going to put those in our hotbar. Oop, and I did it again. Oh, where are the foundations? There. We're gonna keep some of the foundations. Now, what you're gonna do? Actually, we don't even need foundations. We want ceilings. Although we could probably do it with foundation. Foundations are stronger. Um, okay, let's just finish up what we're doing. We're getting distracted. So there we go, right there. And you can see the wall is kind of attached. Now, it looks like it kind of flips back and forth a little bit, which could be a problem and why I was talking about the alternative version of this. But really, I mean, what you're looking at right now on the outside, and this is ugly anyway, um, you're looking at that on the outside, a very plain wood, while you'd expect that wood to be what's pointed out, not the other way around. So, kind of dealing with that, and you can see that side lined up perfectly. So this side had a little bit of an issue. Um, don't know why this side had an issue. I'll see if I can fix it. Yeah, cannot tell you for the life of me why that lined up like that, but not everything is perfect. And then what you're going to do is, oh my god, I can't do it from here. We're going to throw these thatch ceilings down because we don't need them, and I'm still stuck. Why am I still stuck? More stuff. Extra structures we don't need. I can't move. I can move. Yay. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get in the water now, and we're just going to snap additional walls right there. That is going to kind of straighten it all out, and you can see it still looks a little fugly, but well, that was a backwards facing wall. It's gonna do fine for what we were trying to do. So it's a little fugly, but not too bad. And let's see if we can swim down and get back on the boat. And make sure you do leave a spot where you can get back on the boat, because as long as you can swim and get back on the boat, that's great. If you don't leave a spot, well, you're kind of in some trouble. Although wood is probably one of the worst ones about being able to find that spot. But as you can see, there's a nice little point on the end of the boat. But yeah, you got some holes in the ship, right? Well, let's take a foundation here, and I was almost positive you could do this with a foundation, but you won't be able to do this with a foundation. So, toss the foundations, get some ceilings. So what you're going to do here is you're going to try your hardest to get these ceilings to snap in on the wall, as you can see, like right there. And once you get one, this gets to be a lot easier. And there you go. All your holes are patched. Now, yes, I use thatch because that was on my ease of access list, basically. So that's why I use thatch. Otherwise, you can use stone. You can do this in wood. You can do it in metal, which is very expensive, obviously. And then tech, if you really want to build like a tech boat, which would be pretty cool. But it's going to be expensive, and there are going to be mistakes that are going to happen. If you don't have an unofficial server with a demo gun and everything, you're going to waste a lot of resources. But that's how you build a point to a ship. But that is how you build it with a point. I mean, you can see we got a nice little point, a wedge shape. You can only hardly see through. Metal will kind of line that up a little better, make it look a little prettier. But that's how you do it. Now, obviously, with a standard raft, you're going to have a lot more trouble with this. So, really, this is a waste of time on a standard raft. The reason why you're going to have more trouble with it is because your extension limit is much, much shorter. You will not be able to get, and you may have trouble getting out just this far with the raft. I just don't suggest it. If you're not using a regular raft or an extended raft or some other form of modded raft, I don't suggest it. It really doesn't work. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from this. I hope I taught you something that maybe you didn't already know, or maybe taught you an easier way to do it, because like those foundations, I just learned. I mean, I learned a long time ago, but I learned again just recently how that made it so much easier to plant that other foundation down in that direction. It created an additional support maybe. It didn't look like it when I started breaking the stuff, but you can kind of see when I broke it, where it broke and why it broke. So I hope you kind of liked it and enjoyed it and understood exactly how to do that. Now maybe you can build a really cool ship on Ark and have something really pretty maybe to flaunt around. Or maybe you're just going to build a boat, a battle boat, and you want that pointed nose like that. So you can try that as well. Come to the server if you'd like and go ahead and do that battle boat with us. You don't have to build a pointed nose at all. Just build a boat that kind of looks like a boat. I mean, make it look like a boat, and use the extended raft so you can build a big one. And the more cannons you can put on it, the better. I promise you that. So if you make it big, because we're gonna have a lot of cannons and it's gonna be a lot of fun. If you don't want to necessarily come on and be a boat, maybe you just want some action and you'd like to come along and join us. Well, we might just happen to let you aboard the ship and let you hang out with us and be extra manpower aboard the ship. So you guys, come on, come join us. We'd love to have you. But take care, and I'll catch you next time.